When I started this program more than 3 years ago, I had been very clear that my goal was not to cover day to day headlines. It was not to offer a political perspective. It was to step back from the highest level that we could find to understand the big picture trends and geopolitical realities shaping our world, and to analyze where we are and where we're going and how that can impact the decisions that we all make, regardless of the seat that we occupy in the world. And I'm particularly proud of this episode and of having a conversation of the depth and scope that we did with Professor McCoy, because it is historians who can analyze the past and deeply research the lessons from the past and tie them together with the realities of our world today and offer an insightful view of the future that allow all of us to take a deeper understanding of our place in history, the chapter of history we're living through today, and how we may be able to contribute to it. The depth and thoroughness of this interview, I don't feel requires any further analysis from myself in this episode. In a forthcoming episode of this podcast, I will offer some of my perspective based on the research that I did for this interview and the contents of the interview itself, to offer an additional perspective tied together with so many of the other conversations we've had both on this show and conversations I've had off the air. But this interview is such an important contribution to the overall global dialogue around empire, around the Cold War of the past, and potentially the Cold War of today and the future. And there are so many things to react to that I feel this episode needs to stand on its own without any further commentary from myself. So what I will ask, however, is one more plea to, number one, buy the book, Cold War on Five Continents, A Global History of Empire and Espionage. If you care about the topics that we cover on this show, this is an important contribution, not because I want to spread a specific perspective on it, but because I think it's very important to take in deeply researched, well-informed, and a well-crafted history and perspectives to be able to shape our own opinions and views. And I think Professor McCoy has dedicated an entire life of scholarship to that aim. And there are many other of his books that are very much worthy of your reading and your time. And if you care about intelligence services, and if you care about governments, if you care about public policy, geopolitical policy, I feel like these are very important reads that you can and should discuss with your friends, with your network, with your family.